Hello everyone, Bill Parish here from GTT Audio. Today I wanted to talk to you about Kronos. It's a name that I'm sure everyone's heard of if you've been in the audio hobby. To me, the best turntables in the world. But I'm going to make the case for it today. First of all, I'm going to give a little rundown of the 3 different tables and some of the associated products that Kronos manufactures. First of all, the Sparta 0.5. Maurice Jeffries of Positive Feedback just gave it a Writer's Choice Award for 2019. And in addition, he gave it a fantastic review. Rick Becker of Enjoy the Music also gave it a fantastic review a couple years back. This turntable has got something that no other turntable has. It's got an upgrade path built right into it. It's a single deck solution. And you can start off with that deck solution. And you can start off with that. And then you can buy a kit, an upgrade kit, that takes a Sparta 0.5, half of a Sparta, and turns it into a full Sparta with the patented counter rotating platters. If you're in the market for under $20K, for a table, why would you buy anything else? You can take this and you can upgrade. Talk about pride of ownership and something of value. It's probably the best value in audio because there's 0 depreciation in your initial purchase. It's phenomenal. Phenomenal. Use it with you can use it with the Helena, you can use it with Jelco arms, which is how Jeff did it. You can use any arm out there. But it's just a really, really phenomenal product. And then we get into the Sparta. The Sparta is the first table in the Kronos line that uses the patented counter-rotating platters. And you know, it's won too many awards, so many awards that I can't go through them all. But I can tell you that that the U.S. reviewers that have reviewed it purchased it, and it's like that throughout the entire world. I mean, here is a product that Greg Weaver reviewed in the Absolute Sound, and he bought it. Marshall Knack, Positive Feedback, reviewed it, purchased it. This is their most beloved items in their stereo system. It's their source component. It's what they use to review all the other products out there, whether it be cables or amplifiers or speakers. Unless they're doing digital, they're using Kronos, and for the best sound, I can guarantee you those two. And most people that believe in analog believe it's a better sound than digital. It's just phenomenal. Then an add-on product or optional product for Sparta that came this year in 2019 that Marshall's already reviewed and gave it a Writer's Choice Award for Positive Feedback is the SSCPS, the Sparta Supercapacitor Power Supply. It takes the AC from the wall, converts it to DC, sends it up to a DC accumulator, and within that, it stores it, cleans it, filters it, and sends it to the motors. Now, we all know that more pure power delivers better results, but who would think that in and with a turntable with motors that are sitting there spinning outside the platter. Then you've got a needle and an arm. I mean, you're just the only thing that the DC is doing is spinning the motors. It's nowhere connected within the signal path. It makes a huge difference. Yeah, we've got a lot of people with Sparta upgrading right now. Let's go on to the Pro. I mean, the Pro, I mean, I believe every country out there that's got, has a distributor of Kronos, which is 50 or 60. It is the reference standard in that country. It's gotten so many phenomenal reviews, so many product of the year. Every time it's used at a show, that room gets best of sound. It's just the Pro. All these tables, but especially the Pro, they have this unbelievable mid-range, unbelievable bass, this wraparound sound from floor to ceiling, and it just comes at you. It's three-dimensional. The Kronos has a mid-range unlike any other. They have bass that equals or bests anything else out there, and a top end that just has to be heard. I mean, you know, there's so many reviewers that use it as their reference. Berninger down there at AV Showrooms, he's spinning it all the time. It's his reference table. You get to Dato down in Han in Malaysia. He's the Analog Fellowship. He used to write for mono and stereo. Maybe he still does. I'm not sure. He's written about every product Kronos produces that goes along with the Pro, and just absolutely loves it. What I'm getting at, I'm not sitting here going down the list of names and you know, bragging and name dropping. It's not that. It's the people in the know use Kronos. It's that simple. The people in the know, the people that do this for a living, they use Kronos. Kronos produces the best sound, the most accurate sound. And if you're going to review other components, you're going to hear them best by getting the source correct. I mean, the Pros received, I don't know how many product of the years. Other products that go with the Pro is the SCPS. It's a power supply for the Pro, which I won't be redundant and talk about what I just did with the SSCPS on the Sparta, but the SCPS launched it all. Then there's the phono stage, completely tube phono stage, dual mono, right down to dual power cords, dual on-off switches. I mean, it's a set of mono blocks. It's a monoblock phono stage is what it is, built into two chassis. Then you got Kronos' stand that's made for the Pro. You want the Pro to sound the best? Get the stand. What he's done with isolation and with controlling resonances, we'll have more about that in the coming months. But yeah, the stand is huge. Now, I've carried lots of turntables over the years. I've purchased lots of turntables over the years. I mean, I'm an analog junkie. I mean, you come pay a visit to GTT Audio, and what do you just see records everywhere. I got like 15,000 records. And I have had many, many, many reference turntables. Nothing has come close to Kronos. I mean, I had tables that I would keep in the back room and tables I didn't think I would ever sell. Once I got a hold of Kronos, they all left. The only table in here is Kronos. And it has, from the very first time I got Kronos, and the way that Louis Desjardins, owner of Kronos, has treated his distributors, his dealers, his end users. I mean, this is you get a Kronos and you become part of the Kronos family. And he's had just unbelievable support, and it's been a continuous improvement along the way. For the last 4 years, I mean, the Kronos that I'm selling today is not the Kronos I sold originally. And every single person that's ever bought a Kronos and every table that's ever been sold has an upgrade path. And they've been extremely reasonable. The price has gone up a little bit, but the upgrades have always been the difference in cost. There was a new control center. We went to DC motors, different arm cups, arm boards. It's been reworked, and like I said, it's been completely upgradable. Some upgrades given away for free. So, you know, I had someone many years ago say, why do customers purchase audio? They purchase not always for the best sound. They purchase them for a lot of different reasons. Well, I think Kronos clients are a little bit smarter. Kronos clients are driven to be the best themselves, and therefore they want the best. And, you know, you want the best, go straight to Kronos. I had a client, 2001, 2002, he was looking at something, and he said that it was a very valuable lesson, or at least I thought so. I've kind of lived by it myself. You know, especially if you're one of these type of people that are driven to be the best and you want the best. Buy the best the first time, it only hurts once. So much truth in that. Anyway, so some of you might be out there saying, well, tape sounds better than Kronos. Tape is the best source there is. Well, yes and no. There certainly are master tapes out there that will beat any record. I mean, you know, a record's a copy. A copy can't be better than an original. I get all that. But how do you get your hands on the original? And now there's safety masters. A lot of people use them. And some of them are phenomenal. And some of them are dogs. But I said something earlier about my record collection. 15,000 records. At least, I don't know, who can count at that point. But I've had clients that have gotten into the tape and they love the tape, and I've heard the tape and I've loved the tape. But I don't have a single client that has more than 100 tapes. Now 100 tapes are a lot too when you're, you know, each tape is 500 or 600 hours. I mean, I don't know. I love going to Academy Records and finding that gold in there for $5, $10, $20. I mean, there is something about analog that nothing can match. We can get master quality tape sound, or right there, we can choose any genre of music. We're not tied to a handful, or, you know, I don't know. What's the maximum amount of tapes out there? 500? And, you know, I have clients that who would buy them, but they can't find 100 that they like. I mean, there's some power there. And if you like tapes and I'm not saying to steer away from the tape machine, but the turntables, there's a lot more that you can explore with music, with turntables. And, you know, any dealers out there watching this, you need to carry Kronos. And customers, you should tell your dealers, if I'm not your dealer, tell your dealers to carry Kronos. One, they might sell you a table. And they would be doing very good if they did that. But if they're demoing On the Kronos tables, they will make the other components they're demoing sound better, whether it be speakers, cables, amplifiers, preamplifiers, phono stages. The only way to sell a phono stage or a cartridge is to have a good table. There's nothing better than Kronos. Why would you sell any other brand? They are absolutely the best. Well, that's it for today. Please like, share, and comment below.